This is how the old gods died, and how a devil was born. It was the finest civilization the world had ever known, nestled in a land created for a unified people, under the guiding hands of all-knowing wisdom and justice, a beloved leadership that was worshipped. Yet with time they grew bored, complacent, and even the love of the people could not state their gluttonous need for reverence. And so complacency led to apathy.
The Pantheon, atop Mount Olympus. The gods are doing what gods do, lounging around enjoying their special lives. When suddenly their drinking is disturbed. The greatest of all the gods, Zeus, had little patience for what he was about to hear next. A tragedy at sea. Two mortal factions, once at war, have both been felled. Zeus is amused as to why he should care about these measly humans. The gods then go on to do what they do best, argue amongst one another, bickering about whose opinion is right and whose is wrong. At the end of the day, though, there is only one voice that truly matters, and that is the voice of Zeus, the god of thunder. His decision about the humans is, they are a nuisance. As much as she argued her point, Aphrodite could not outmatch the word of Zeus. But it did pique the interest of the god of the seas, Poseidon. With the tragedy taking place at sea, he decides that he'll look into the matter, and leaves Zeus, Aphrodite, Ares, and the rest of the gods to continue bickering on what they should do next.
Gods, masters of all they surveyed, but every god must have a devil, and a great one awaited.
Poseidon arrives to see the damage that has taken place. What could have caused this sort of destruction? Just as Poseidon is about to claim that it was just the humans' fault as to why this happened, he is cut short and sees the real problem. This is no ordinary Greek monster. This is Godzilla. Then the two great gods of the sea confront each other, all while the gods continue their debate. Hera then approaches Zeus and lectures him on how his decisions could possibly be wrong. This does not go over well amongst him and the other gods, but they're certainly having it better than Poseidon.
Brave Ares was right. While some gods knew that the time of change was upon them, Zeus truly believed that he was above the rest of the world. Atop his mountain he was, but on the ground he couldn't have been more wrong.
Poseidon had lost, and Godzilla seeks to destroy even more of humanity. This shocks the gods, catches them off guard even. Not only had Poseidon lost, he also antagonized Godzilla. The king of the monsters now knew about all the gods, and his one goal now was to make them kneel to the one true king.
This is where a devil, my devil, was born.
This is when the gods felt a cold shiver go down their spines, especially Zeus. The first to confront Godzilla is Ares, the god of war. He leaps towards Godzilla, shouting, "You dare challenge Ares, the god of war? You may try, mas!" The gods had lost another brother, and Zeus was getting even more angry. He then summons the Hydra to take on Godzilla. Cue the Godzilla battle theme.
While a god tried to fight from above, a monster sought to even that fight. The monster brought that god down to earth. The god was alone for the first time. All that he had known lay in ruins because of this monster. And for that, this monster must pay.
Godzilla's fight with the Hydra left Mount Olympus destroyed and crumbled. All the gods but Zeus lay dead, defeated by the king of the monsters. Zeus, the most powerful god of them all, then decides there is only one thing left to do. take on the giant beast by himself, and the rest is just history.
With the last of my power, I vanquished the monster. I vanquished my devil. Aphrodite was right. Her was right. We had turned our backs on the mortals, and in turn, now I find myself no greater than they were. Humbled, humiliated, and powerless. I left my past and Olympus behind. Behind me were the bodies of my fellow gods, not as fortunate as I to see a new day. The mortal subjects I once mocked and toyed with, now I feel pain and sorrow. For them as well, not one of them alive to see what I have done, no one to tell the story of my final act. So I traveled far from my old home, and towards a future I was determined to create. Without faith, a god is powerless. I know that now. If I am to be that person I once was, I must learn from my mistakes. I must learn from these mortals, so that I may not fail them again. If I am to regain my power, then I must spend time among them. I must learn their problems, of their sacrifices. Never again will I put myself above their desires, never living with the arrogance that I once had. And with this beast, my devil, long since gone,